coming up.
Yeah, I just have
Yeah,
two.
looking good, looking good, looking good. Bell Kings Fantasy Football League, Season 2 of the league, Week 17 of the 2023 season. I got my man Ted Hicks from Late Night Parents in the house. Ted, what is going on?
What's going on, Tone? Thanks for the invite.
Uh-huh. Thanks for the recommendation. Thanks for the recommendation. All right, a little bit of craziness last night. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I did not expect Baltimore to beat them the way they beat them. Ain't no way.
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
I was rooting for Baltimore,
Mm-hmm.
but I picked San Francisco to be safe in our picks.
Uh-huh.
But I was rooting for B-more.
Uh-huh. Ain't no way. I didn't realize Baltimore was 6-3 against the San Francisco 49ers to include the Super Bowl, which is quite a ways back. So in one way, shape, form, or fashion, we should have expected it, but nah, I did not see that. And I ain't gonna lie. I did not gonna lie. Anything else you wanted to cover specifically, go for yours.
I'm just gonna say all that talk about Mr. Purdy
Uh-huh.
MVP season.
Uh-huh.
He was the odds-on favorite. It just goes to show you have one good game. I mean, or you can have 14 good games and you have one bad game, and I guess you fall out of favor.
So to speak. I think they're going a little too harsh to use one game against them.
Okay.
Then you're also looking at the Ravens defense is on point and their offense is on point, which is something we could really say that we've seen from them in a while.
Right.
They're running on all cylinders as much as San Francisco was.
They are.
They just had the better of them on that game. I'm not ready to put Baltimore above San Francisco. I'm not.
I am.
I mean, if you go top player to top player, you could put Lamar right there with Christian McCaffrey. You could put
But I thought you said top player to top player.
yeah, so the top player on the
What,
49ers would be Christian McCaffrey. The top player on the Ravens would be Lamar Jackson.
oh, I thought you was going to do it by position.
No. Like I said, top player. And I say it like that on purpose.
So Purdy's in a totally different league.
He's not a top player on that team. Hell no. Christian McCaffrey's the beast on that team.
So are you okay with saying he's a product of the system?
I would say that because wasn't he drafted by them?
Yeah, he was drafted by them.
So
But
all we
what
know
I'm
was him.
saying is it's a
All we
great
know was him with the team. That's all we know was him with the team. We got to say that. We said the same thing with Brady before he went to Tampa Bay.
right. And we found out otherwise.
Yeah, that's why I said before he went to Tampa Bay. Once he got to Tampa, we're like, oh, he really is that dude. Okay.
Were you shocked when Darnold came in there and led the drive down there?
I wasn't shocked that he led the drive. Remember, I thought he was going to be okay when the Jets drafted him. I really did. That went to the dumps. Even though he did have a pretty decent rookie season, even though the first play kind of scarred his whole damn career. But I think he's a decent quarterback. He got good for a minute, then he started throwing picks. Me personally, I wanted Brandon Ayuk to get some yards because I was in place to be in a championship in one league with Brandon Ayuk getting points. It was him and the kicker that kind of brought me up and got me within 2 points of catching the guys playing. And whichever one of us would have won would have been in the championship. Brandon Ayuk was getting his numbers. And then when Baltimore intercepted at the end of the game, I was done. So I lost that game by 2 points and lost my shot at the championship in that one league. I actually talked to the dude. He actually told me he was sweating bullets the whole game because he saw what was happening. He had a big, like 40, 50-point lead. And Ayuk and old boy was catching me all the way on a couple of players. So then when it was over, I went back and said, dude, you are so lucky. He said, Tony, I ain't gonna lie, I was sweating. He said, but I appreciate you keeping your roster up. I was watching that game. And when I saw Brandon Ayuk getting the ball, like, oh my God, because he put a message in the group chat that we was in. We were like, if this gets the ball, I'm screwed. And when Baltimore got that pick, I was like, son of a, what's going on?
So tell me, how many fantasy leagues are you in?
5.
Whew.
Oh, that's nothing. I did 9 one year. It ain't hard. I know who I want, and I'm going for it. It ain't hard at all. I
So
know
you
who I want on my squad.
go and you pick the same. You try to pick the same players in each league.
Well, I have my roster set before I do a draft.
Okay.
And draft decides which ones I get because, people are going to pick up the players here and pick up the players there.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, the 2 leagues that I'm doing the best in are the 2 leagues that I'm newest in because I had the first pick and I was able to pick the players that I wanted for the most part. So it worked out real good. Even in our league, I already knew I wasn't going to be the best.
Okay.
We're about 4 of us with the same record.
What, like 7-7?
Yeah, and then Golf Hawks up there with the championship spot.
Right.
Him and Glick were going back at it today in the chat. I saw that too. It was a trip. But San Francisco was a good game. Miami, that damn Raheem monster. Yep, here we go. I had a feeling.
There he goes.
Awake. I knew he was still awake. I knew this week. I knew he was awake. What's up, Rick?
Good evening, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Loud and clear.
Raheem
Okay.
Mostert on the Dolphins. San Francisco needs to regret not having him on the squad right now.
Really?
Miami Dolphins are picking up everybody with a Super Bowl. You got Raheem Mostert, he went to the Super Bowl. You got Tyreek Hill, he went to the Super Bowl. And they about to make themselves go to the Super Bowl with those 2 alone. Raheem Mostert is going crazy. He got more touchdowns this
So
season.
you see Miami getting by Baltimore?
No. Baltimore's the king. No.
I can see that.
Okay.
They have more dynamic players than the Ravens do.
Yeah.
Everything's Lamar Jackson. Likely did good. Big ups to Brian for bringing up Isaiah Likely because we didn't know much about him. Gus Edwards played. I thought he was injured. He showed out. The defense is elite. You look at Miami, 2 was not playing. Jalen Waddle's on the field. Raheem Mostert's in the backfield. You got Tyreek Hill on the other side. I mean, to me, Miami has more weapons than the Ravens. But I think that game's going to come down to whose defense is the strongest.
They have 2 weapons. They got 2 guys that can go. Oh, hang on.
You're in your police scanners. Ladies and gentlemen, senior citizens that stay up late at night and want to broadcast with us young folks.
Well, Miami, in that game, Miami had 2 big weapons. They were able to go long, and the quarterback was accurate with the pass. That's what won them the game right there. As far as that's a deadly mix right there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's as far as them going. I'm still shocked at Baltimore beating San Francisco.
I was just telling him that too. I agree with that.
It's I'm even more surprised. Maybe Michael Bathurst was right with Kansas City having a major meltdown.
I'm waiting on him.
Yeah.
He's looking very justified.
Yeah.
Brian's even looking justified with the way Kelsey went off on the sideline. They're looking a little justified. I got to give them that.
That's true.
They just the league focuses on parity so much. Now you got it. You had Kansas City for the last 6-7 seasons. Everyone had to go through them for the playoffs. Now they've come back to the pack.
Yeah.
I haven't given up on Kansas City yet, but I see what
No. I think they might surprise some people here because, like the saying goes, in the playoffs, that's the second season.
Yes.
I definitely. They're going to revamp their receivers this offseason.
Big time.
And I'm saying, I don't know if it's a bromance or not. Mike Evans to the Chiefs or the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a arms race to see
the Dolphins.
Or the Dolphins.
Yeah.
But already with Waddle and with Tyreek Hill,
so
a third one.
So Dallas did it.
Not enough football to be thrown around.
There isn't. There's enough people on the field to catch the ball, though.
Yeah, but when you have these type of receivers that are used to 90 or 100 passes, and you've got Tariq Hill. If he didn't sit out last week, he would be flirting with 2,000 yards.
Yeah, he more than likely would have his record, maybe.
Right,
too.
right,
He might have had it by next week.
right.
How many yards he's got right now?
Maybe 1,700.
You think he's playing hurt though? Yeah.
He showed up this Sunday, but you could see he wasn't himself.
Thank you. Listen, I understand they want to get there, and I understand they want to make it.
Yeah.
We're talking about his duration from my aspect. So no disrespect to him, but bro, come on, man.
No,
you and Tua pushing the envelope.
He was able to be on it, but I know if he took some injections beforehand, he's probably hurting right now, getting ready for next week and stuff.
Well, I'm gonna say for him the same way I said it for Tua last year. I kind of respect the guys from that cheap shot him, even though I did see a couple of plays where they were trying to hit him to where his leg.
Yeah.
So there was also some very bad referee calling this weekend. As I watched
every week,
it was terrible.
That's every week.
Terrible. I was sitting there. They were so mad. They were so upset. I'm sitting here like, what? Now I see what everybody's talking about. And Glick talked about it last season.
Yeah.
How bad some of the calls were. So I'm sitting here watching them. I'm like, I don't like this. This don't feel right here.
Well, it's part of the game. You know, I'm past the ref thing where it's part of the it's part of the game, and I think they're trying to. Well, years back they were probably they were just trudging. I think they're trying to be good refs.
Yeah,
and people aren't seeing that. I don't think as far as, but when you have an obvious, like a couple weeks back with Kansas City, they were trying to blame that on no, the pitch is 1,000 words. Okay, so it's maybe 1 in 100 they finally get right or something like that. Do they make? Yeah, there's some calls that's like, are you serious? But
exactly.
It's at this point in the game, has it really cost a game? It's how you look at it. If you're on the team that's losing, you lost the refs lost it. That's the way I'm taking it. I guess is this. I'm looking at the, it's not a major factor, I guess, as far as what I see it. But to a lot of people, it is a major factor because it's their team or whatever and stuff like that. Are bad calls happen in college football? Yeah, because I've seen this one video where the ball was like that far away, and the ref says that they got a first down. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah,
so,
that's without question. That's without question.
But
anything you want to add as far as this past week?
No, I just sitting on the couch here. I think it was the lineup said TV guide said Hellboy, but I think it was Hellboy 2 that was playing. I just got done watching that new NBC. And I can't believe I said that I'm watching NBC after my blowout with Peacock.
Right.
That the show Extended Family, it's not too bad of a show. The pilot was tonight. I guess it plays next week. The missus wanted to watch it, so I sat down and watched it for her. But I hope you all both had a great Christmas. As far as
I did. I hope you did too.
Yeah. It's nice and quiet and stuff. I can't believe this weather we're having, but some good football nonetheless. Despite the obvious surprises, especially with Kansas City melting down the way they did.
Right.
And I think they lost that game themselves. That's I think it's a typical example. They lost the game, and Las Vegas was able to take advantage. If they were playing up to par and they didn't give the giveaways, and I say that because I've seen Buffalo do it many times this season. They've lost a game to where if they kept it clean, they probably would have won that game. But there's something obviously going on because 2 touchdowns in less than 14 seconds or something like this. It's like, wow.
It's highly possible for those to happen. The 2 touchdowns within 5 minutes, I think it was defensive touchdowns.
When it was less than that. It was less than 2 minutes.
Yes.
As far as that goes. And
that's highly possible. So I don't even have much of an issue with those because we know that can happen.
Yeah.
And I'm not even being funny. Look at the playoffs when the Cowboys and the 49ers when Deion was there and they got 3 touchdowns in 5 minutes. I was really
it can happen. It just
old stuff at my television, turn the house upside down, flip furniture. I was furious for the Cowboys.
This is the Kansas City Chiefs against the Las Vegas Raiders. I think everybody had Kansas City on that game. As far as if I look
Of
at
course.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, no, you did, Tony. You had Las Vegas, and Brian had Las, so you must have saw something.
You said everybody. I'm not everybody. I'm somebody.
No, I'm just saying I made a mistake. There was one game there that
I'm chilling. You good? I'm bugging. Brian, I see you over there.
no, it was Baltimore. Everybody had San Francisco, so that to me that's even a bigger shocker because hey Brian, and
So I got
Tony's doing brisket.
two questions.
Go.
Yeah.
First one is, and I think Tony just said it. Did Kansas City lose or did Vegas win?
No, Kansas. No, well, no, I'd say Kansas City lost it for themselves with the turnovers. You take away those turnovers, it's a whole different ball game.
Right.
They ultimately got the win, but it was at the expense of Kansas City.
Vegas.
The quarterback O'Connell, I think his name is,
Aiden O'Connell,
threw for 62 yards.
Yeah, he played good. See, that's the thing. The stats don't measure up to that, to where you look at the win is a win. I'll give you that, Tony. But you got to look at
not the team. Vegas.
No, they're not.
Second question: are you guys ready to crown Antonio Pierce as the Las Vegas Raiders head coach for 2024?
I would think so.
He probably deserved it. The announcers are saying that, but I think he had a little problem with one of his players that sort of disrespect him on the sidelines. I saw during the game.
Okay.
One of the players there that was mouthing off at Kelsey there and stuff. He came in. It just seemed like the coach was saying something, and he just walked away from him and stuff. And I'm like, whoa.
He was pissed.
No, this is on the Raiders side, though. The Raiders. I'm not too now. The Raiders coach, he used to be a player, I guess, right?
He used to be a player.
He was a defensive player.
Yeah,
so,
for the Giants.
For the Giants, yeah.
Okay. And we'll see. I don't know.
What was that guy's name 2 years ago? Rich. I don't want to butcher his last name.
Rich Gannon?
No, Rich Saskatchewan.
Okay, yeah. I know who
he was. Another one.
Yeah.
He was the interim after they got rid of Gruden and before they hired Josh McDaniels. And
Rich Saskatchewan?
Yeah.
After Gruden left, okay, Rich Gannon was a quarterback. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Rich Gannon was a quarterback. Yeah, he was a quarterback.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if Mark Davis is going to be shooting for the stars, but I can't see that if he's still paying Gruden, he's still paying Josh McDaniels.
Oh, yeah, the money thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, wait a minute.
Take your time.
You're paying this guy 10 years, $100 million, and you're paying this guy 6 years, $60 million, or
they got the money. Las Vegas, the Raiders are old football.
How much you think he's making as an intern coach?
Not enough.
Not enough.
You think there's probably players making more money? That's why they won.
Of course.
That's probably why they want players to get out of my face. But that was one of those sideline things. So, Las Vegas still has a lot of work. They're not really. I still consider them a mid-tier. They're not a powerhouse.
Agreed. You get no debate from me on that one. You get no debate.
They have a lot of work and stuff, especially when you have to fire your coach right in the season. That's you look at least Washington's waiting until the end of the season, even though the writing's on the wall.
Yeah.
As far as they're letting them finish the season and stuff like that. My thing is San Francisco. They've already peaked and they're starting because they've done this before.
We've seen this.
Yeah.
They endure. Allow me to say that the 49ers will endure, and they have endured before. Yeah. Pending injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost a couple of games, but they're already in the playoffs. We've seen this before in the NFL.
Well, you said that about Dallas too, but I think Dallas. I don't think they want to lose them all, even though they know they're in there.
Playoffs. All they got to do is win playoff games now. Regular season mission accomplished.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
now, if you're in the playoffs, what I think people would try to do is work on home field advantage. As far as the NFC, I'm not sure. I think it's either. Will we say San Francisco has the home field advantage right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They got the
Yeah.
home field advantage. Everybody has to come through them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They're not worried. Dallas made it to the playoffs. Biggest thing they need to do all season. First things first, make it to this. This was step one. Make it to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You got to win 2 playoff games. I'm telling the Cowboys right now, you can't win one. You got to win 2.
But here's the thing about Dallas, Tony, and seems to be their drawback. When they're on the road, they can't. They're a whole different. They're not the premier team that we see play at home that I've seen this season and stuff.
I've been hearing that, and I get it.
Yeah,
but I will tell you, they got to win 2 playoff games. Okay.
Yeah. You've been saying that. Yeah, they need to win 2, as far as that goes. So,
another problem I see. Well, I'm sure they'll figure it out. This offseason, San Francisco has to address Brock Purdy's contract.
Yes, they do.
He signed a 3-year, $4 million contract.
Wow.
He's the starting quarterback now for the San Francisco 49ers.
And he's getting it done.
Winners of 5 Super Bowls. He ain't
got none of them.
Right.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying.
He's a key piece for them if they want to get one this year.
3 years, $4 million. He makes $870,000 a year.
What's crazy is as much money that is to us, that's nothing in the NFL.
Right.
Yeah.
As much money as that is to us, that is nothing in the NFL.
That's practice league money, I think. You know, it's
less than $1 million. They ain't paying you enough.
Right.
And $1 million is pretty much a minimum. They did that on reality TV.
So I'm just. They thought he was going to be, they paid him as. I hate that term, Mr. Relevant, but when you're drafted, I don't know the number whatever, but that's what they paid him for. So they got to address that this year, and I'm sure they can do it.
You could put that same analogy there, Ted. Look at Tom Brady, where he got drafted, and look how he ended up and stuff. So he could be
6th round.
Yep.
Yeah, he was 6th round.
Yeah. So, but it took him a couple years and stuff. But if San Francisco runs the table and they do win it, and it's behind him throwing the ball, he's definitely going to probably end up getting more money next year. I guess I don't know how that works contractual wise. As far as you got to reward your players somehow. As far as that goes. Yeah.
I mean, you just have to rip up the contract.
Yeah.
Which
can be done, I guess, right?
Of course, yeah.
So is this, ownership's appreciation? Hey, we need to throw them some more money here to keep the team intact for a possible repeat and stuff like that. Which, but it's going to be interesting. I know the dynamics of these teams that were really at the top of the heap here throughout the whole season, and then just this last weekend is just like, well, you look at the beginning of the season, who would have thought Baltimore would be where they're at right now?
Brian.
Well, that's true. Yeah, Brian.
I have to say it like that on purpose because I was like, nah, and I got to see it. They made it a couple of times
because you look at how Baltimore set up there at the beginning. This is like they were almost in disarray with some of these other teams and stuff like that. So, and then and we've said this before, it's the year of the backup quarterback and the kickers, because kickers are a major player in these games now.
It was. I didn't see the Ravens doing what they're doing. Big ups to Brian for seeing it. Because I'm like, no. And they 11-3. They got home field advantage through the playoffs. They are running. You got to go for Ravens right now.
Tone for next Sunday, for this Sunday. And I'm sure Michael will probably have the
information.
No, he'll have that JPEG where you'll see the seating. Because right now we just got Baltimore on the AFC side, and we have San Francisco on the NFC side.
Right.
As far as the playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh, who matches up with who?
Yeah, who matches up with who? Right now, we only have 2 teams that I guess have clinched.
As of
you have quite a few teams. You got okay, clinches the division.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as far as because Dallas and Philly are both in, but you don't know who they're going to be matched up against.
Right.
San Francisco clinched the division. Detroit Lions clinched their division. Big ups to the Lions. Damn.
Yeah, that's a good.
Lions won their division,
and that was a tough win for them. That was a messy game, but a win is a win. You know, as far as that goes.
As I'm looking, nobody has. See, X is a clinched a playoff berth. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins got the playoffs. Ravens got the playoffs. Ravens were the first in the AFC from what I remember. Then the Dolphins just came in a minute ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ravens were the first.
Jacksonville, Indianapolis, and Houston still in it to be decided.
They're in the hunt. Eagles and Cowboys are in.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions are in. And the 49ers are in. So, nobody has home field for real. But I believe San Francisco was first in the NFC.
I think they're seeded number 1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Baltimore's right behind them in the AFC.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of times we think that first team that gets in there, they're pretty much going to have home field because they're doing the best. But I'm probably wrong on that. I could see everybody trying to go through either Miami or Baltimore right now.
Right.
And I know most people would rather go through Miami.
Right.
Well, Miami could be scary too. You know, as far as I didn't think they were going to. Yeah, I really
didn't think they were going to show up.
Yeah. I thought they, just there's something going on with Miami, and I think their quarterback. There was an interview I saw the other day, and he just told the press flat out, say whatever you want, good or bad. I'm here to play football.
And that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's
give you a very great Super Bowl scenario that will blow people's minds.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles versus the Dolphins. Both quarterbacks came from Miami.
Mm.
Oh, both quarterbacks came from Alabama.
Right.
Okay.
Two
of the top receivers, Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle, also both came from Alabama. Both quarterbacks, both wide receivers, all know each other. That would be sick.
Yeah.
I would lose my mind. That would be a great Super Bowl. Healthy Philadelphia Eagles team, healthy Dolphins team. Wide open Avengers Endgame.
Here's a matchup that's coming up. We're talking about the teams and stuff like that. This next Saturday, it's Dallas. Going to be at Dallas, and they're hosting Detroit.
You know what? Since you're here, I need you to hold on a second. Ted, did you have another question yet or no?
I think I might have. Let's see.
If you do, you hold on one second. Rich, we're making our picks now. I'm on everybody's asses. Let's go.
Well, I got the list up here. I just have to. Let me see.
We're making our picks now. Damn it.
How can I do this? I gotta. Okay.
Brian, you're in the chat since you're listening. All you got to do is say.
Okay, let me see. Tony, Ted, Brian.
This segment of absolute ignorance, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I've got
the apple. This is the good stuff right here. This is the new stuff right here.
Okay, and then
it's the holidays.
I don't think we've ever gotten them this early. Usually it's Wednesday. It's the earliest.
Right.
I'm picking. I'm backing up.
We're going to do this. Okay, the first setup is we got the Jets at Cleveland. And I'll tell you right off the bat, I guess I'm going to do what I should have done last week. I'm taking Cleveland. I'm not going to do it. Cleveland, Tony.
Cleveland.
Ted.
The Jets have been people.
Jets.
Jets.
Are you sticking with the Jets?
I am sticking with the Jets.
I just changed my. I'm going with the Jets.
I think they're going to win out.
Okay.
What's
Brian said?
Brian.
Brian's Cleveland. Okay, Cleveland.
Hang on one sec. I'll be right back.
You good,
Okay.
bro? You good?
And there's only one Saturday game, and that's going to be at 8:15 on
Man, it is New Year's
ABC.
Eve. It is not safe for anybody to
Oh
think.
yeah, it is New Year's Eve, isn't it?
It's
Oh
New
wow,
Year's. That's why I'm getting it in now.
wow.
I'm getting it in now.
Yeah, okay. But let's see, we got Dallas, and well, they're hosting Detroit, and
Wow.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got to take Detroit.
Wow.
I'm taking Detroit on that one.
Lions versus the Cowboys.
Yeah.
It's been a good, clean 20 years since this has even been a concern or an issue.
They once. Don't they usually play? Did they ever play
They
against
used to
each other on Thanksgiving? Did they ever play against each
Thanksgiving.
other on Thanksgiving? Or they
Yes,
all play
all the
separate?
time. And Dallas
They
used to
play
be
separate games.
I think
Okay.
I'm going to exactly, Brian. I think I'm going to go with Dallas.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
We're going to go with Dallas. That's going to be a sick. Detroit is on fire right now. I don't blame you. You know what, Rich? Hang on. Yeah, I'm going to stay with Dallas.
Because I'd say Dallas, you look at all their home games, they always play. And this will be the kicker as far as after their loss here. Did they lose? Yeah, they lost, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Who did they lose to? They lost to okay, yeah, they lost to Miami. That's right, to Miami. Yeah. So it'll be another potential playoff team that they're playing. And you stick with Dallas, and Ted gets here, we'll get his call. And let's see. We got and the rest of the games, and there's no Monday night game either.
Hell no, they're gonna be hungover.
Oh, that's
I'm just saying. I'm just being real.
yeah. No, this isn't really that late. Actually, I'd be just laying on the couch right now, sacked out and stuff like that. Because
right. No, it's early.
Because the missus was busting my chops as far as saying I was sort of laying down on the couch, and so you're going to be going down for the count, right? And I said, oh no, I got a movie right here. It's like no, and then I heard the bing, 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 and I'm looking at my phone. It's like, oh, Tony and Ted are up.
Ted wants to do one all the time. Ted been on fire. We're gonna do a show tonight. We're gonna do a show tonight. Ted been on fire. He got downtime. I had a little bit, so I could do an hour, no problem. So,
all right, Ted, Detroit or Dallas?
Detroit.
Detroit, okay. And let's see, we're moving on. Just all the Sunday games. We got New England and Buffalo. I'm taking Buffalo.
Buffalo
for Ted.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Buffalo. This I don't even think that's going to be much of a question.
Oh, hold it, Tony. You're taking Dallas. I got this mixed up. Dallas and then Detroit for Ted. Buffalo for who are you taking?
I'm taking Buffalo.
Tony? Okay. And what's Brian taking?
Brian, he's taking the Bills.
Bills. Okay. That's across the board there. Okay. Next game is Atlanta and Chicago. Oof.
Damn.
Man, every time I pick Atlanta, they lose, and if I don't pick them, they win.
I think I'm gonna take Atlanta comfortably. Even though the Bears defense is strong, I think I'm gonna take Atlanta. I'm
taking Atlanta too. It's in Chicago. In Chicago, I don't know. They
Fields.
You got some questions with them.
Yeah, it's. Now I'm going with Atlanta.
Okay, Ted's going with Atlanta, and Atlanta because Taylor
Heineke
is starting. Oh, okay. Atlanta. So it's another one across the board. I'm not going to be able to gain on you and stuff, right? I think, Tony, you picked up a couple more spots on that. I was going to do the charts today. I forgot. I'll be doing those tomorrow. Let's see. You got Las Vegas and Indianapolis, and it's in Indianapolis. I'm taking Indy.
Indianapolis.
Yep, I'm taking Indy. I'm pissed at Las Vegas for winning. It's like
Indy and Las Vegas.
And it's in Indy.
Yep, it's in Indy.
Indianapolis.
I'm going to take the Raiders.
Something's telling me to take Indianapolis on that game.
Raiders. Ooh, okay. Ted's taking the Raiders.
Well, I'm going to take the
Tell me to
Raiders.
take Indianapolis on that game.
You're going to take Indy. And Brian?
Yeah, they offer real.
Indy or Raiders? Indiana or the LV? He still decides. Like,
he's probably trying to wash his hands because he's working his what you call
oh, with the brisket. Yeah,
he's got the brisket over this.
He's taking Raiders. Okay, so he's with Ted.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Indianapolis.
Why are you taking the Raiders, Ted? You just
I just got a feeling.
Okay,
the team is, they're pushing for the coach.
Oh, okay. I see what you're
So
saying.
that's where I'm thinking. I'm like, okay,
they're on a roll. Yeah,
right. They respect the coach.
I agree with that.
I tell you, that Crosby guy,
Mason Crosby, he's been there for a minute.
I know. Every game I see them play and stuff, he's right in the thick of it for defense and the defense there and stuff. So it's just, but this is at Indianapolis' home, and I think Indianapolis plays pretty tough at home. Next pick is going to be the Rams and Giants. Oof.
Brian, that's just your division. Rams and Giants. Rams all day long. Rams
for Tony.
Saquon brought the Rams versus the Giants. I'm on another.
Wait, it's in LA or it's in New York?
It's in New York.
That's a good question, Ted. I'm taking the Rams.
Yeah.
Now the Giants actually did try to look like they had a little bit of life in them last week.
Well, that's when they changed. They took
Tommy Cutlets.
Yeah, DeVito. They took him out, and because I stopped watching the game, and then went in and said, "Wait a minute, they got a different quarterback there," and they came back when they had the quarterback switch, so that could be interesting. The Rams.
I'm going with the Rams.
Who QB'd the Rams? Who QB'd that game?
Who? The Giants?
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
See, he started. Dude, do you see a resurgence in him too?
Well, his issue was he got knocked out. He was when Daniel Jones went out, he was named the starter. He got injured, and when he was healthy, he was like, "Put me in the game, coach." And they were like,
"Yeah,
DeVito is up."
Tyrod Taylor has been in the league for a minute. He was in Cleveland when Baker Mayfield got drafted.
He's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's been all over the place. I think he's in a bit of a resurgence for himself as well.
Yeah, could be.
Browns.
No pasta power. Yeah, that was ground. That was put off the
Bills.
The thing is, I picked the Jets. I picked Buffalo. I'm going with the Giants. I'll be the different there. I'm gonna go with the Giants.
For it. They got a little bit of resurgence in them. I did see it. Saquon Barkley looked like he was back to his old self for a little bit, just for a little bit.
Tyrod just can't stay healthy.
Well, he's mobile and he's a dual threat like Taysom Hill and Cordell Patterson because he's a quarterback and a wideout.
Right.
He does both.
He can't stay healthy, Tone.
He gets hit. He's small, I'm assuming.
Look over the years.
I know. And after a while, when he quarterbacks, he gets more interception than anything.
Mm-hmm.
I know. But if you give him the ball and run that damn thing, he's great for the Wildcat. Great for the reverse.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Kind of makes him predictable, but there it is.
And we've seen quite a bit of those tricks plays this weekend, which I thought was fun.
Yeah. He will be a beast on it. Tyrod Taylor is perfect for a Wildcat.
Let's see, Brian, he picked the Rams. So the next game is going to be Arizona's at Philly. I think that's a no-brainer. That's Philly for me.
Yep.
Should be Philly with no problem. Yes. Should be
Philly. And Brian, he usually
no problem.
Brian's picking. He'll probably pick the Arizona. He usually does that. Philly or Arizona, Brian?
He's got to clean his hands.
Yeah, there you go. See what I say?
Wow.
Yeah, we'll see. And let's see. Next one is going to be New Orleans at Tampa Bay. Wow, that's a good one.
Now, that's a divisional game between the two, and both of them are fighting for a playoff spot in the same division.
I'm taking New Orleans because I think they're going to be more hungry.
I don't know about that, Rich.
Baker's on a roll. Baker's on
a roll. I think Alvin Kamara needs to go crazy if they want New Orleans to still be relevant.
Right.
I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. The only man I know with 6 touchdowns in one game. I got to take New Orleans on that one.
New Orleans. Okay.
New Orleans. They need to work their quarterback issues out. So Jameis Winston, you need to start throwing picks, bro. It's been quite a few years.
Baker's cooking. Well, we'll see. I was in Walmart. Me and the missus went to Walmart today, and I couldn't believe the day after Christmas. We went early. It was like 9:00.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The place was packed, and people getting all this 50% off. And these shopping carts to the hill. And I'm going down. You know what I see? If I had Michael's address, I would have bought it. It was a little doll of Baker Mayfield in the 50%.
Right.
His love affair with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. Ted?
Tampa.
Okay. Tampa Bay. And let's see. The next one we have is San Francisco and Washington. I think that's a no-brainer. I'm taking San Francisco. Yeah.
Yep.
Even though Washington might get in there and do something because they're about to lose
not after this last weekend. I don't know. But they don't have nothing to be.
They're cooked.
Yeah. San Francisco. San Francisco is just going to be more on the surgence after the loss from Baltimore, I think. But and it's across the board, San Francisco. Okay.
Yeah, we're taking San Francisco.
And let's see. Next one is going to be. This is different. This is going to be interesting. Carolina and Jacksonville. Jacksonville.
Carolina's done. And I like the Panthers, but they're done this season.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Jags too. I'm taking Jags.
Total reconstruction. Now you done did the team.
Even with Lawrence sitting, I'm still taking the Jags.
Yeah.
Is he totally out for the season then, or what?
I think he's out this week.
Okay, still taking Jags. Yeah, I'm going to take the Jags still too.
Brian took Carolina.
Carolina. Yep, he's always doing the opposite. It's like that's good. That's good. He'll rack up some wins.
We're done.
Oh, here's the game. This is the game of the week.
Go for it.
Miami going into Baltimore.
Yeah, a conundrum.
That is the game.
You're talking about two of the top teams in the AFC.
That's B-more all day. They're going to be so physical.
2 of the top 4, 2 of the top 5. The only two teams that's probably better than those two would be the Bills and the Chiefs, and both of them are damn dwindling.
Yeah.
Let's be 100. They're pretty much the top 2 teams in the AFC right now. So we got a problem right here. Yeah. We're not even going to play around with it. Based on what I told you earlier, where we're at and what we're up against, the Ravens had the defense. They also got Lamar Jackson. That's a whole lot. The Dolphins have Tua. They got Jalen Waddle. They got Tyreek Hill. They got Mostert. Mostert has had 21 touchdowns this season, which is the most he's ever had in his career for the most part. I got to take the Dolphins over this. I got to take the Dolphins.
I'm taking Miami. I'm taking Baltimore. Baltimore, just between the two teams, what I saw, they're both good teams. I know where you're coming from, Tony. I just think Baltimore is a stronger team.
They're too physical.
They're very physical, and the Dolphins are too.
And Brian's taking Baltimore.
The Dolphins have been hungry for playoff relevance for decades.
Yeah.
The Ravens already have a Super Bowl recently, and they want to go back. But the Dolphins have been they've been starving for playoff relevance.
Here's the kicker, though, Tony.
Yes, sir.
It's in Baltimore.
I know.
Miami don't care.
If it was any other team, I'd say I agree with that. But this is the Baltimore. There's
Baltimore. It could be crazy.
They're playing like street fighters.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. But
Ted?
catch Tyreek Hill.
Oh,
Catch
Baltimore.
Jalen Waddle.
Baltimore, okay.
Raheem Monster will run through your defense.
But that's going to be the game right
And I
there.
will say that because I remember when he
Is
was
that
at the
is that the Sunday night game or is
No,
that
that's a 1 o'clock game on CBS.
How is that a 1 o'clock
1
game?
I don't
Oh,
know.
well, wait, Ted. It's a 1 o'clock game because it's New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Uh,
And and the ticket price has the highest ticket price. Tickets as low as $242. That's the highest that's on the list right
He
here.
said as low as 242. That's a car for some people. Used car.
Next one, and I know where Brian's going to be picking. We got Tennessee going into Houston.
I think we're going to have to take Tennessee on that one.
Taking Tennessee on that one. Wow, that's at Houston. So I'm taking Houston. That's a home team.
I'm rolling with Brian.
Yeah,
the Texans.
The Houston win last weekend would be my question.
Yeah. Oh, did they win last week?
I don't know.
Houston. I got the list here. Hang on. Let's see. What's Houston?
I think they did.
I'm about to pull it up myself.
I'm looking at my list. Indianapolis, Detroit over Tennessee. Houston, no, they lost to Cleveland. What they're playing, yeah, they lost to Cleveland. Cleveland won that this past weekend. So I got Tony for Tennessee, and the rest is Houston across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Brian says Houston, Strout may return, and the defense has help with Jackson. Okay. And Houston lost at Houston. Oh, did they lose at Houston? Oh, I might want to change my.
Here we go. Stroud may return to defense has helped with Kareem Jackson.
Yeah.
And Houston lost at Houston. So here's my thing. Stroud may return. Stroud needs to be careful.
Yeah.
For next season. Don't hurt yourself this season, not be able to come back. I.e. RG3.
Okay. And the next game is Pittsburgh going up to Seattle, playing in Seattle. So I'm taking Seattle for that game.
Who is?
Houston, Pittsburgh Steelers, Seattle Seahawks.
Dogfight.
I'm taking Seattle. That's
yeah, I think I'm gonna take Seattle. That's a dogfight.
I
think I'm gonna take Seattle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Seattle, but I might text you.
You can change it. Just give me the text. Yeah. You might. And Brian's going with Steelers. Yeah, he just DM me, Ted, and I can change it accordingly before the game starts. That's no problem.
Right.
Well, Sunday we're gonna, even if you change it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Next one, Chargers at Denver. Oh, I think that's going to be a Denver game right there. I'm taking Denver.
You know what? That's almost a bottom of the barrel game. You don't know what to expect from either one of them, and they keep losing when you expect them to do right.
But it's in Denver.
Yes. And Herbert's out. He's out for the season, Tone.
Yeah.
Herbert's out for the season, so it should be Denver.
Yeah.
But they had a new energy. The Chargers had a little bit of an energy in them recently, did they not?
Against the Bills? The Bills let them back into that game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Bills won, but yeah, I would agree with Ted. It was a sloppy game. I think Josh dropped it once. Or no, I don't think they had any drops, did they? So but the Chargers, they were playing, I think they wanted to be a disruptor, even though I don't think they really mattered to them. Well, it wouldn't have mattered as far as I'm making the playoffs. But just to take off the top dog, I think that's why they played the way they did. But that's a team, the week before, they just they were crap, 60 points on them as far as that goes. And Denver for Brian?
Yeah.
Okay. Ted?
Denver.
Denver. Okay. Tony? Denver?
I'm gonna take Denver.
Denver. Okay. And let's see. Get down towards, let's see. You got Cincinnati. Ooh, Cincinnati at Kansas City. Just could Cincinnati come back from their demise? I'm taking Kansas City.
I'm gonna take Cincy.
You taking Cincy? Okay.
I'll take Cincy. I'm gonna give Brownie one more shot.
KC.
KC for Ted.
Yeah.
Okay. And Brian says he'll probably take Cincy.
Over there, brisket bidding.
Cincy or Kansas City, Brian?
I bet you take Cincy because he's against the Swifties.
Chelsea and Swifty.
He's against the Swifties, yeah.
And he's
I
probably
gotta celebrate this. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so damn happy I finally got this damn bottle. I'm so damn happy. Y'all need to holler at your boy, man. Y'all see this monster right here? Good almighty. And it's smooth. I told you you got to do Cincinnati. The schedule program.
Brian's taking Cincy. There it is. Okay, so we got
on purpose. I'm taking a shot a night, and that's it.
This is real smooth, I bet you, huh?
It is smooth as the other one.
You're probably sipping that shot too.
I'm sipping. listen, Rich. When this bottle is empty, I'm gonna leave it open as an air freshener.
See that. Let's see. Our last game is this is going to be divisional at Green Bay in Minnesota.
I think I'm going to take Green Bay.
You're going to take Green Bay
comfortably. I think I'm going to take Green Bay comfortably.
Who is Minnesota's quarterback right now?
Nick Mullins.
He's playing good.
Yes.
I don't know. They lost this last week, I guess, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Joshua Dowd is benched.
Yeah.
Already, which is disrespectful as hell.
Yeah. Detroit beat them. And they looked like they were going to beat Detroit too.
Mm-hmm.
As far as that goes.
I'm going with Minnesota also.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Minnesota. Because I don't know. Green Bay, it's just, I don't know. And Brian goes with Minnesota. Okay, we got the picks in. I appreciate it, guys. That's cool.
It's just this simple. I can't. It's hard doing everything up here. It's hard doing everything.
No, there's an opportunity there and stuff like that. Just like I think last week, when Michael was up on, I know who was up at. Was one of your.
Yeah, we had both of them. Did you have last week's numbers already? You got everything tallied up for last week?
No, I don't have the charts, but a rough tally. Tony, you're let's see, it's 6.
You'll have it in the morning. We're good.
Yeah, I'll have it in the morning. It's let's say after the 1:00 games, Tony, you were 6 wins, 3 losses. Tim Fan was 8 wins, 1 loss.
Wow.
BBS was 7-2. Michael was 8-1 also. I was 7-2. I don't know how I did that. Brian was 2-7. He didn't do that. And Ted, you were 6-3, tied with Tony. And it looks like Tony, you picked up with the games that have been played. You and Brian picked up some games, and I didn't pick up anything. I was on the losing side there. So, but I'm going to do that tomorrow.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, closing thoughts. Ted, what you got? I know you had one more question, I believe.
No. I think I've exhausted everything I possibly could.
No, I was half figuring Mike would be here. I think Michael's sick again because he's not up on the radar again.
You got to remember, it is Christmas. So we just throwing
that too. Yeah. I didn't even see any. Well, he did tweet. He did do a few tweets, so that's one thing there. So
he's good. Well, if Rich, do you got anything you want to add? Are you good?
No, just as always, I appreciate coming up here, with you two gentlemen, and we got the picks going. That's cool. As far as get ready, it's some exciting football. I didn't think I was going to see what I saw this past weekend on some of the games, though. You had some Some drama. And who we got here? What's up?
That is Knowledge El Shabazz. Used to be on Haps with us. Knowledge was good, bro.
Oh, Knowledge. Hey, Knowledge.
What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, buddy? He used to be with the drums.
Yep. He still does
Drums.
drums. He still
And
does
Spider-Man.
Knowledge. Okay, Knowledge. Yeah.
His knowledge, yes.
Yeah.
This motherfucker. Every time, boy, y'all last minute jumping in on the broadcast, cats.
Love
Yes.
it. Love it.
You got 4 minutes. Go.
Hi guys.
You got a haircut.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, apologies. Just working on a brisket for my job because we're having a post-Christmas New Year's Eve
There you
lunch
go.
with my department. So I was forcefully, voluntarily to do brisket because everybody was demanding it.
Oh, I wonder why.
Remember Knowledge El Shabazz used to be on Hats with us?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
You got 4 minutes. Go.
He used to wear the Spider-Man attire.
Yep.
Oh,
Here we go.
yeah. So that was basically my duty tonight, was just getting the brisket prepped and all that stuff, so it'll be ready by Friday.
Okay.
Good deal.
You got
hurry up.
Hurry up.
What was your take on the football play this weekend, Brian?
Like, I knew against Cleveland it was going to be a fight because Cleveland's defense, and then the offense is now rolling on all 8 cylinders with Flacco at the helm. So throughout the whole game, Glick and I were talking back and forth on Snapchat. So Sunday was pretty much his day because A, the Browns won, and then B, he defeated me in Belt Kings.
Oh, that's right.
Knocked me in the third place bracket.
Okay, so where's he sitting at?
He's sitting at number 2. He's going to the Super Bowl against.
He got lucky. He got lucky because I was right there trying to catch him.
Okay, so who's he going against as far as the front?
He's going against the big old nasty thing.
That's Golf Hawk.
Golf Hawk, yeah, Golf Hawk.
Well, he won it last year, though, didn't he?
Yeah, Golf
Yeah.
Hawk.
Okay. Oh, we got a repeat. Wow.
Golf Hawk won last year. I was actually, and I was telling him, Brian, there's 2 leagues I'm in. I was actually holding in second. If I'd have won both those games this weekend, I'd have been in championship both those leagues. I lost both of those games by this much.
Oh, wow.
At least on the plus side, like in my other NFL fantasy football game, I'm going to the Super Bowl.
There you go.
Right.
Congratulations.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Cool.
Congratulations. All right, closing thoughts. 2 minutes left. Rich is good. Ted is good.
Right.
Brian.
It's going to be a wild, crazy weekend, so expect the unexpected.
Shout out to Michael Bathurst.
Shout out to Bathurst. Shout out to Tim, Simply Tim TV on Twitter. Appreciate you for coming through. Absolutely, always. Ladies and gentlemen, you got Ted Hicks on the top from latenightparents.com. Ways to follow the show, latenightparents.com. That's my man. We've been rolling almost 2.5, almost 3 years now we've been doing that show. I appreciate him. He wanted me on his show. I asked him to come over here. This is how we do. Y'all live streamers can take notes and stop being selfish. We got Fireman Rich on the bottom with the morning coffee on Twitch. Check him out Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 5:30 a.m. Well, since he's retired, it's whenever he wakes up. Just leave your damn notification.
Yeah, within a 30-minute window there.
Yeah, within a 30-minute window.
Well, Rich, since you have some time on your hand, Ted needs some help with the Christmas tree.
Ooh.
Christmas tree going down tomorrow.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes.
You got Brian over there. Brian TX Thailander, Brian Catasco Thailander.
Amerasian Juggernaut.
Yeah,
Texas
he's
Grill
on.
Master.
Yeah, we find him when we find him, but we know how to get
Barbecue
in touch with him.
pupil.
He doesn't really do this as much as we do. I want to thank you 3 gentlemen for being here. You'll probably see us again before the games. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. If you celebrated Christmas, I hope you have a happy holidays regardless if you win this time frame with us. And damn it, y'all be safe for New Year's. Don't get no DUIs. Don't get locked up.
And don't act the fool.
Don't act the fool.
Exactly.
Most importantly, do not
Be
act
safe
the
out
fool.
there. New Year's is bananas, and y'all already know what I'm talking about. All right. We'll catch y'all later on in the week, gentlemen. Appreciate y'all again, everybody in the chat. That's Brian. That's my man. Knowledge was good. Appreciate you coming through. And we didn't have anybody else except for people watching. Appreciate everybody who reposted on Twitter. My Poco folks is over here joining me as well. See you.